So really heavy police presence here. Not quite sure how the camera will be received, and we're going to make sure that we are careful and respectful. But yeah, pretty heavy police equipment. We've got intense police vehicles here, which are water cannons on them. And you can hear the honking. So we're pretty close to the protests now. And these barricades are set up kind of throughout the area to control movement around this part of the city. So, you know, people are waving the Sri Lankan flag. People are just patriotic. They care about their country. They're angry, they're upset about what's happening in terms of the economic situation. They feel that there's corruption in the government, and they love their country. They're proud Sri Lankans, and they're trying to do something about what they see are as problems currently plaguing their country. You know, and it's tough to argue with that. This is important. And the protests have been peaceful. So, you know, the only time there's been violence has been from the police side. The honking is pretty crazy here. I'm not sure if it's people supporting the protesters or just trying to get from point A to point B. We have some signs here calling for justice for some murders and kidnappings, perhaps political related, I'm assuming. And here we are. This is the epicenter of the protests. Again, lots of flags, lots of pride for their country, people wanting to see change. The president's nickname is Gota, and the hashtag that people are saying is Gota, go home. They want the president to resign. We want accountability and transparency. We want you out. Don't threaten your people. Listen to them. Again, this is a peaceful protest, it seems. I'm not here to get involved in politics, and I understand very little about the Sri Lankan political system and history, but it's hard not to feel a bit of pride about the energy around here, and people just standing up for what they believe in, for trying to make a difference, for seeing injustice and trying to do something about it. I don't know, it gives me pins and needles to think about it and to be here and to feel the energy. It feels quite safe. I imagine that can change at any moment with the police presence, but the protesters seem respectful and just chanting, waving flags. I don't know what to say. trying to think about whether it's ethical for me to be here. But I'm just trying to share a bit of the story about what's going on here, and I feel, I feel connected with what's going on here a little bit, just being in this place and understanding the frustration of these people. So I've just been talking with a few people. One man came by and was telling me about the reasons why people are upset, and the president, there's really quite a lot of family dynamics here. The president is the president's brother is the prime minister. His family members are also the minister of finance, the minister of agriculture. So basically it's one family with the majority of power in the country, and that's usually a recipe for disaster. People are upset by that. They feel like the needs of people are not being met. The government has been focusing on making deals with China, and rather than diversifying the economy. And then I was just also interviewed by a student who asked me a few questions about what I thought about the protests, and I'm wondering if my presence here, people are seeing it as almost a validation of what they're doing. For sure, there's curiosity with me being here, and there's a few other foreigners in the crowd, but for the most part, it's all locals. And yeah, I'm trying to not be like a disaster tourist or protest tourist. I'm really trying to respect what's happening here and just see for myself. And I think what they're doing here is really important. And it's great to see people trying to make a difference and coming out in numbers to support what they believe in. And you can see here, there's these food stalls that people have set up to support the protesters. The protest is really just concentrated in this one area in front of the palace, and then extends out here into this area along the beach called Galface. But yeah, I'm pretty much through it now, and like I said, it was overwhelmingly peaceful. People are angry, but they're maintaining a peaceful stance and making sure not to get into any violence or any confrontation with police, it seems. So hopefully it stays that way. Yeah, we'll see.
So what happened this time? People are united here. All people. We are no Muslim, we are no Sinhalese, no Buddhist, no Christian, no Catholics. We are all united people, right? We are here to protest
for a cause.
Yeah, against this corrupted government. Not only this, but also all the government which have been ruling this country for the 70 years, right? We are against this system. This young generation needs a political system which is beneficial for everyone, every citizen of this country. No Muslim, no Sinhalese, no caste, no creed, nothing, anything. We are all united nation. This politician divided people to protect their power, to keep their power to their next family members. Like Namal, like that. The one country ruling one family ruling one country.
Yeah, with you. Jai Bheva.
Tell them to all the Buddhist monks.
Yeah, I am telling to the Buddhist
Please
monks.
go and tell them the Buddhist monks, because you are a convert, you're preaching to the converted.
So I'm explaining as much as possible. My
We
vocabulary
are
is...
here because we believe in you. Same thing that you believe in.
Yeah, we need justice for everyone.
So when
Okay, just wow. I mean, listening to that Buddhist monk talk so eloquently about why they're angry here, and then I spoke with those two ladies who I was with. We were listening to the monk, and you know, they're both well-educated Sri Lankans, upper class, educated in the United States, and they're here because they are protesting the government and basically the corruption that's been going on here. And they're upset over the fact that the corruption has robbed the average Sri Lankan of opportunity and of money, and that Sri Lankans don't want to live here. So educated Sri Lankans are going abroad, and they're not living in the country. So the brain drain is costing the country as well, because people just don't want to live in as she said, this hellhole. I certainly wouldn't describe it like that, but it just speaks to how angry people are. And what was interesting is what she said is the joke is that the protest, the Sri Lankan government is uniting all of Sri Lankans because everyone is angry. So she was saying that at this protest that takes place at the Independence Square, every morning they have breakfast together, and the Muslims and the LGBTQ community and the Sinhalese, the Buddhists, the Hindus all come together and have breakfast together before the protest. So they were joking that it's the first time, a Muslim community is serving breakfast to the LGBTQ community. So I guess that's one positive from this protest, is that it's really uniting the Sri Lankans in their anger with the government. And honestly, I've just had so many people just give me a fist bump and raise their hands because they're so happy that people are here telling the story and showing their support. And from everything I've heard, it's a really important cause, and I'm really honored to be able to be here and to hear part of the story. So. Good morning from a beautiful day in Colombo, Sri Lanka, where I'm at the Independence Square. This is the main building behind me, which celebrates the Sri Lankan independence from the British in 1948. And I'm here because there's a group of protesters who congregate here in the mornings to start their day, and I'm just being invited over to join. So let's go take a look. So they seem to be starting a fire. I'm not sure what that's about.
Everyone else can come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you move those to cardboard?
So I'm here in front of the Independence Square, where there's a group of students. It's the Youth for Democracy group, who are doing a small ceremony where they're boiling a small jug of milk with some flags as a ceremony to ring in the new year, and also as part of the protests for democracy. So it's an important statement, and let's take a look.
And then it's also Sinhalese and Tamil New Year today.
Right.
It's also Easter Sunday is coming up.
Yeah.
So this whole month is filled with, Sri Lanka is really diverse. It's a tiny island, but very diverse. So this whole month and all these protests have shown us all uniting. So I'm Muslim, but I'm here with my Sinhalese and Tamil friends breaking New Year. last night they all break fast with us. If you go to Go Face around 6 p.m., you'll see everybody breaking fast, eating like porridge, kanji.
Okay.
And so it's like an amazing time to be in Sri Lanka because how long we've been divided, and now we're all coming together because we all have one common evil, I guess.
Yes,
But-
yeah. That's the one theme I've heard, is that people are united,
Yeah.
and it's bringing everyone together. It's really quite beautiful. I was saying earlier that I think the world has a lot to learn from what's happening in Sri Lanka right now.
I mean, like, this is my first time I've ever done this milk boiling
Yeah.
ritual also, because I'm not Sinhalese or Tamil. We had school events, but I've never been, you know.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
for me is also like amazing. It's new for me as well.